This week in the market is going to be an amazing week. And in this video specifically, I'm going to talk about my plans for the upcoming week, as well as how I use ChatGPT to help me find some new plays. So before we get into that, my name's Isaiah, and I sell cash secured puts, covered calls, do credit spreads, as well as collect weekly and monthly dividends in order to generate consistent income. I've grown this account from $40,000 to $80,000 in a year, and it went from $25,000 all the way up to this $80,000 from January of 2024. So using this strategy, I'm going to pass on to you guys, and let's jump right into it. So let's talk about the account, and then we'll talk about ChatGPT. So last week in the market, we had a little bit of a pullback, which is fantastic. The account hit just over $81,000 as our all-time high, but I say this in my premium general group, and I'll talk about them in a minute here, as well as in any video I post. It does not matter to me, the account value. The focus is to purchase assets that allow us to be financially free. So the first thing I want to talk about are the options. So when you sell a covered call, that first line there, you're agreeing to sell a stock for a predetermined price. So that BLMN, $7.50 call, that means I'm agreeing to sell this stock for $7.50. And because I'm doing that, I got paid money. So purchase an asset, agree to sell it, get paid. Easy money. The line below it, selling a cash secured put. That means you're agreeing to buy a stock for a predetermined price. So that $3 put there on BTBT, that means I'm agreeing to buy that stock for $3 per share. And because I'm agreeing to do so, I got paid money. And so that's kind of, I have all these positions set to expire 2/20. That is this coming Friday. So between now and 2/20, I need either roll these positions, which is going to pay me more money, or let them expire. I'll make that decision throughout the week, but I want to dig down further on that and talk about our stocks. I have a lot of options open because not financial advice, and nothing I say is financial advice. I'm just a guy on YouTube documenting my journey, but I believe selling options, lowest barrier to entry, easiest way to generate income. Get paid to agree to buy and sell, get paid to go shopping. So let's talk now about the shares that we own. Backstory: I want to be able to live off of, out of this account, my monthly paying dividend funds, not my weeklies, not my options, but the monthly paying dividend funds. So I take premium or income I generate from selling options, as well as the weekly dividends, and put them into my monthly dividend payers. And that's how I generate income for this account. And then that monthly dividend paying income is going to cover the mortgage, the student loans. Again, make the joke all the time, don't use them. And, anything like gas, electric, house bills, fixes on the house, things like that. So monthly payers, let's go through them here. We have the two cornerstone funds, CRF and CLM. My goal is to get 3,000 shares of each of those. As you can see, I'm at 2,100 for CLM. CRF, I'm at 2,600. Crazy to think, I just started buying those in December. And we are flying. Our goal, consistent daily buys, utilizing a little bit of margin. You see we have $155,000 of buying power down here. I am not going to deploy that all at once, guys. But I try to use it to make consistent daily buys. I post them in my premium general group, which is the best group on YouTube, and I want to do a quick shout out to them. So let's pause the video right here and jump. Okay, the Premium Generals, the best group on YouTube. It is $10 a month, and in this group, I post private educational content such as how to sell cash secured puts, how to sell covered calls, do credit spreads, debit spreads, the strangle method, as well as private portfolio updates. Anytime I make a trade or adjust the portfolio, purchase shares, I let this group know right away in our private Discord. So again, it's $10. You get to be featured in every single video. You get to be a part of the Discord. And I have probably over 100 videos in this group, from educational ones to private portfolio updates, sometimes talking about earning side incomes, things like that. So come join us. We'd love to have you. And with that being said, let's get back into the video. Okay, we're back here, and we just talked about our cornerstones. Want to get 3,000 of each of those by the end of this year. I think we should have no problem meeting that goal. It is ex-dividend this week for those funds. They pay at the end of the month, similar to my cash cow of PDI, my favorite monthly dividend payer, which I already have $220 going to hit the account at the end of this month for PDI. Love it. Absolutely love it. Consistency is what wins the battle, not high yielders here, low yielders there. And that leads me into, before I go any further with my monthly pairs, COYY. I've talked about it a couple times. I need to make a decision here. This is one of those ultra weekly yielders where I thought I was getting a great deal when I bought it at 10 bucks. As you can see, it's under 5. The dividends have not anywhere near covered the share depreciation. So this is one that I'm going to have to reevaluate. Do I take that cash, deploy it into more options? Do I take that cash, put it into monthly pairs? I've got to do something because it is not anywhere near keeping up with the dividend payouts. And I've said this before, the goal of these ultra yielders is you try to get 100% yield or your 100% return, and then from there it's just free money on top of it. You get a faster 100% return, ideally, because of the high yields. But what a lot of people don't factor in is dividends decrease as the share price goes down. It goes down low enough, you do a reverse split, then you've lost shares, goes down again, reverse split again, that 10 to 1, now you're at 100 to 1, and you had 1,000 shares, and now you have 10 shares. Things like that where it just continues to decrease, and you might never get that 100% return. And by the time you actually do, you actually probably would have beaten it with a 20% yielder per year, 15, 20%, something like that. So just think about those things when you're buying these high yield weekly pairs. And let's go back down here. T-SPY, TDAC, new to my portfolio. Got this through the Premium Generals. They turned them on for me, and I'm liking them so far. T-SPY just received our second dividend payment of $60 this month. Last month we got 30 because the first month we had 100 shares. Second month we had 200 shares. Let's see if we can go 3 for 3. And by the third month, let's have 300 shares. And then moving down to TDAC, I really want to get to 200 shares. I haven't had my second dividend payment from them yet. Bought it last month. This month, this should be their ex-dividend week if I'm thinking of my calendar right. I got like $7 last month. So this month, I'm hoping to get like 45. And that leads me into my total accumulation for the month. December, was our first month of monthly pairs for this account. I needed to get the account large enough and available margin high enough so we actually could do a little bit of damage with these monthly pairs. Around that 65 to 70,000 is where we were. I think we were around 60,000 actually when we started adding monthly pairs, and we got $530 the month of December. We got $700 the month of January. The month of February here, we should break 800, and I'm hoping for $850. We will not keep that pace up forever. We don't generate enough income, and we're not going to use enough margin in order for us to be able to do that. But still, $2,800 is the goal for our monthly pairs. We make more than that every month out of this account, but $2,800 is just from the monthly pairs. So again, $800 to $850 is the goal for the end of this month. That is incredible. That means we're over 25% of the way there. That is fantastic, guys. I absolutely love it. So I know the part of the video that you guys want to see, ChatGPT. So I use the free version. I don't have anything that like I'm not paying for any subscription. I asked some basic questions. This is one I'm working on a side video just to kind of help some people with taxes. But as you can see, you can kind of look at my last couple searches here. On another channel I just kind of started doing it. I am learning how to code, and I built a chess playing bot. If you want to support me on that channel, it's the Meme Investigator. I'll put the link in the description below, and if I forget, please remind me. But you know, I'm just learning how to code using ChatGPT and other free AI sources. I don't really want to pay for any of those things. It's not something that I would do or have an interest in. There's so much free information out there. But here's exactly how I start. If I'm trying to sell options, I don't want to sell options on stocks that cost a lot of money because that means you're agreeing to buy something kind of expensive. So I do small caps, stocks under $15. So this is exactly what I do. Find me a list of stocks trading under $15 with huge growth potential. And then I always add in there, please make sure your costs are accurate. I had it originally when I started using ChatGPT where they would pull me stocks that at one point were under $15, but they weren't anywhere near at this point. So now, as you can see, it gave me a nice list with a nice little breakdown. Serve Robotics, which I sell puts on, and I have for a while, couple years. LAC, I have sold a put on them. Joby Aviation, one I've not heard of. This is something I might look into. And it's just like this. And then when you find one, let's add to it. Don't take this list verbatim. Let's make it stronger. So, okay, it gave us a list of ideas. Serve Robotics. I want to say, tell me more. Give me 5 pros and 5 cons of buying this stock. Just like that. And now ChatGPT is going to give you, their opinion, which is a lot better than our opinions, on should you buy, should you not buy, things like that, because it's going to take into consideration information on the internet about them. Pulling a bunch of data into one spot makes it easy, makes it nice. And with that, you can now go deeper into it. And you can ask questions like, what's a good price in your opinion to purchase Serve Robotics? If you had to buy 100 shares, what would you buy them at? What would you feel comfortable? Questions like that. And I want to make this perfectly clear. Just because ChatGPT tells you to buy something, you should not. It's not ChatGPT's money. It is your money. If Isaiah or any other YouTuber tells you that they're buying something, you should not until you've looked into it. So with that, using ChatGPT here, you can see I can get a huge list of stock ideas. I can take it down to a much more manageable level, make it easier to understand, make it easier for me to get an awesome idea on new plays, because I've been investing in the market for over 18 years now, and there isn't anybody that I've ever come across that knows all the funds. There isn't. There's too many of them. So take advantage of extra resources, Premium General Discord, or ChatGPT, Google, things like that. Take advantage of those free AI sources and put in the comments down below what else you use. In my other channel, I talked about using Codium, which is helping me with writing codes. And I built the stock screener before I had any coding knowledge or AI help. And now that I have a little bit on both, I am going to improve that stock screener, be available to the Premium Generals for free to use for as long as you're a Premium General. So again, keep trying to add incentives to that. But that's coming. And yeah, using ChatGPT makes it really easy, guys, to get a list of ideas, make it easier to dive into these ideas, get a better understanding of them, and then from there, sell your first put or buy the shares because you just want to own them, sell a covered call, or don't do either, just buy the shares, things like that. So that's exactly how I utilize ChatGPT. I don't have any rhyme or sponsorship from them on it or anything like that. Now, if I was going to get a sponsor, hopefully it would come from like Monster. I drink way too many of those things. But things like that, take advantage of the resources we have available to us. If it's out there, if someone's already done it before, don't try to reinvent the wheel. It's easier to build on ideas than it is to try to come up with a new one, in my personal opinion. That's why guys like Isaac Newton are the smartest people ever. He created the theories, and we're just all building off of them. So things like that, where the resources are there, and it's just a matter of being able to use them. So with that said, guys, we are going to stick to our plan for the week. We're going to roll some positions. We're going to buy some more shares of our monthly pairs, and maybe we'll make a decision on COY this week. Otherwise, we'll keep talking about it until we do. I've got to make a decision. I'm getting like $80 a week from it. It's tough to lose that, but I'm losing share price wise like $200 a week. So it's just not sustainable. And with that said, guys, I truly appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you in the next one.